Hi everybody, Jessie here from jessiebanks.com, and we're going to swatch on my Rachel Beth watercolors. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7 sets. I think I have 2 more on the way, but I have 7 sets currently. And we're going to go through and swatch all of the colors from each set. I've kind of pulled them all out and put them back into their sets. So we're going to kick things off with Succulent Garden. So I've pulled out all of the colors that go in the Succulent Garden set. And I'm going to drop some water onto all of them because I know that this set in particular, not all of her sets, but this one has a few colors that take a little bit of time to re-wet. So we're going to start with that. I am using one of my Da Vinci Cassiano watercolor brushes. This is a size 0 quilt brush. They're beautiful. I really enjoy using them. So let's start things off here with, I paused my entire train of thought, with her version of Moonglow. So we all know the Daniel Smith beautiful Moonglow. This is not a ripoff of that color. It's definitely a bluey teal color. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It does granulate. I'm not sure how well that's going to show on this paper simply because this is just a Moleskine sketchbook, but next up is Irish Mint. This is one of the ones that is harder to re-wet. I'm going to put these to this side so that I don't make such a mess on my book here. So it is a very soft green color. It does get darker than that. I'm going to add a little bit of water to that and we'll come back to that one once we swatch the next two. Then we have Minima. This is probably my favorite from this entire set. It is super opaque, and you can see how it's kind of a reddy color in its mass tone, and it washes out into this beautiful granulating brown red color. It just makes me super happy. I really, really like it. And then we've got Black Knight, which is just a gray-black color. It's definitely not super black, but it's black enough. My phone's going off. Yes, that's Duck Hunt. Let's pull this mint up again and see if I can get some more color off of this Irish Mint. So I like to, if I use this color, because I think it's absolutely stunning, and I do love to use it, I tend to put water on it probably a half hour before I start with it. I didn't want to do that for these simply because I wanted to show you guys which colors were harder to re-wet in that, because I know that is very pertinent in how some people pick which colors they are going to use. I'm just going to wipe up here for a second. Which colors they're going to use. If I zoom out a little bit, you guys can probably see the paints beside me. That's better. That's better. Okay, let's put these ones back over here. Get them out of the way. The next set I have is the Northwest Adventures set. So I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm just going to pick some paint, some water up and put a drop of water or so on each pan. And we're going to, oh look, we're going to kick things off with Mustard Seed. I love this yellow. I think it is stunning. It's probably one of my favorite colors of her entire line. I tend to choose odd favorites. Next up is Strawberry Rhubarb, which is just, it's pink, but it's not pink. Look, I'm going to get yelled at for non-descriptive words again. But yell at me for non-descriptive words. That's alright. I like it. It's like a purpley pinky type color. It's really pretty. Then we have some greens in here. So we have Chinese Kale. And we have Northern Blueberry. So I have one of each of the Strawberry Rhubarb and the Northern Blueberry kind of tucked away because they came in 2 of the sets I have. So I'm going to pull these ones out and bring these ones in. And that gives us our next palette. which is the Wild and Free palette. So let's wet the ones that aren't. I use her paints quite a bit. I really enjoy the way they paint and how they react, so they make me quite happy. They get released Fridays. There's a limited number, and when they're sold out, they're gone until she does a restock. It's not colors you can just go in and pick up all the time. These are all handmade watercolors. They come out of the United States. I thoroughly enjoy them. I have no Lightfast information. I have no pigment information. They're never supplied. I don't use them in anything I'm going to hang in a window or anything like that. Her rose gold is gorgeous. It's probably not going to come across on the video very well as a rose gold. It's, I'm guessing, going to look more pink. Maybe you guys can see some of the shimmer in it. That would be awesome. Then we have the Meyer yellow, super bright lemony type yellow here. I find a few of her paints, or a lot of her paints I should say, are quite opaque, but I do enjoy playing with them. Like I said, I know that going into it. Like this one especially, I'm going to say has a ton of white, Country Barrage, but it's pretty, and pretty trumps opaque, in my world lately anyway. And last up again is that Northern Blueberry color. So that's the Wild and Free palette. And then we have Toes in the Sand. I had this entire palette in my Mexico palette at one point. I've added a couple other colors to play with, which has led me to remove the two blue colors, but I have kept Sandy Beach and Pink Shell in my palette that I use on the daily. So that's why they look fairly dirty. Pink Shell. Again, opaque colors, but I really enjoy this pink, so it can stay. Next up is Sandy Beach, which I don't normally use for a sand color. I find it too peachy, but I do like to mix it in with some of my skin tones once in a while, and that's why it stays in that palette. Crashing Waves and Deep Ocean. There is a very good possibility that one of the new colors I put in are going to come out, and Deep Ocean is going to go back, just because I liked to use it for painting water as well as dark shadows on blueberries. Next palette is the Dance With Me palette. You may notice that my blue is completely shattered. I just found that when I opened it, and all I've done with this palette is actually do the original swatch of it, so I have like little blue flakes all over everything. I have emailed Rachel Beth about the exploding palette. I'm hoping I can get enough paint off of this without causing a disaster here to be able to swatch this one for you. I really love the colors in this palette, and I hope I can get another blue just to replace this one. So, Blue Monday. See, it's such a pretty blue. Oh, am I on screen? I might have been off screen for this one. Shoot. Pink Shell, Sandy Beach, Country Barrage, and Deep Ocean. I apologize if you couldn't see that. Now I feel terrible. My bad. Okay, Blue Monday. We're gonna go like that. Blue Monday is, again, gorgeous. It's like a blue jean color. It makes me really happy. Next is Walking on Sunshine, which is kind of like a greeny yellow color. So I'm confused by the name, but I really like the color, so it's all good. And then we have Take Me On, which is just a great mint. It's like the perfect minty tone. Bust a Move is your pink toned reds. Love it. Like I said, I have no pigment information or anything like this, but they are great handmade paints. And Come On Eileen. And then we have our Happy Birthday palettes. So we'll kick things off with teal sprinkles. I should be able to pull some more color off of that. We'll do the metallic one at the end here just to give it a little bit more of a chance to get wet. This one is vanilla frosting. I really like this one too. I actually may consider replacing my sandy beach or pink shell with vanilla frosting. It is just ever so beige. You can kind of see it here on camera. And then the last one is berry cake. And finally, let's do some copper candles. Hopefully the mica shows up for you guys in this one. Her pearlescent paints re-wet so well. And that copper color is simply stunning. And then the last set I have is called Taco About It, which is just hilarious. And honestly, I bought it for the name even more than the colors that are in it. This is another one that I've recently just got and I haven't done any paintings with, aside from originally swatching it. So we've got corn tortilla, which is a really pretty kind of dirty yellow. And then we've got diced tomatoes. Just like an orangey red, just like a tomato. And we've got iceberg lettuce. That one soaked up all the water I put on it. That was odd. And last but not least, we've got purple onion. That's it, guys. I just wanted to pop on and, oh look, I smeared. That's okay. And share this with you because some people were asking about all of the colors that I currently have in my collection from Rachel Beth Design, and that's it. You can kind of see how this pink shell has like a weird whitey film on it. It's probably why I don't reach for it very often. It's also a very sticky paint, but I enjoy the color it leaves, so I kind of like give and take. But yeah, that's everything, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you very soon for another one. Bye for now.